Hey,
Well, hello, and welcome to the ESK8 UK live show with our good friend ESK8 James. As
yeah,
always, Simon Suki. How you doing, James?
good, good. Although I think sometimes people call me the E-Skate Reaper with the amount of skateboards I killed.
That means
Currently,
you've ridden a lot.
it's not even February.
Yeah, yeah. Come October, we might have to revisit this. But sadly, I think we said this before on the show with Minty. I think it was that some point all these skate brands will go.
Hmm, no.
Yeah,
And Sam was I a good brand? People ask.
yeah. As long as people had fun along the way, enjoyed riding them as we do for so many years.
So many dodgy skateboards, so many good memories, so many crashes.
Yeah, we were chatting off here, weren't we, about ghosting and throttle delay, and those are the things of nightmares
Yeah.
with the skate.
And it's like, wait, why is the board still going? Has the remote died? Why is the remote on but it's not connecting? What is going on? Aim for the grass.
Yeah, yeah, definitely evasive action, minimize impact, all of the above. But
Mhm.
generally, it's good fun, and these things don't tend to happen.
No,
Knock
no.
on wood.
It's me with my
Um,
legacy models mainly.
Oh no, you haven't had any problems late. I'm trusting James. Is this from recent experience or
Well,
further in the past?
well, let's see. One of them, I got a replacement battery, a previous battery, pretty much died straight away within the month, and that was brand new board. And then I got a replacement one, and now it's just decided to sort of die almost three times on one journey, and then work and then not work. So I'm thinking, oh, I don't trust that.
Intermittent.
Yeah, and then the
Mm.
other one, it seems to have had too much water damage, and it seems to also be the power button that's causing the issue, which is kind of confusing. Just swapping out power buttons sometimes fixes them, but in this case,
Yeah,
it don't. It's yeah, it's all intermittent.
hasn't
So,
done it. Yeah, it's a
but
good
yeah,
first point to call the power button. A lot of the time, it can be the culprit, can't it? And a
mhm.
cheaper option.
And then it's like I've got three different Revel swappable batteries, and it's I think one of them's dodgy, but I never like properly pointed at it and said that's the dodgy one. So I think that's the one causing the ghosting that I mentioned. But I'm still a bit like, oh,
Okay.
should I get back on this?
Yeah, yeah. Maybe keep that one for flat rides where there's grass either side of you and no hills, brakes required.
Yeah, these micromobility devices and water, they don't really mix. I didn't have a bike for 3 months, so I kind of did what I shouldn't have, and paid the
Uh,
price.
Yeah, yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? And yet I'm seeing these electric devices now, kind of underwater, propel one, and proper submergible.
Mhm.
So it is
It's funny how they do
possible,
the
but
punk videos.
yeah, we need that, don't we? We definitely need rainproof in the UK. I think that's something to consider when you buy a new skate. Kind of obviously look at its use case. Um, yeah, if you want to ride in the wet, make sure it can cope with it.
Yeah, I mean, this is it. Some people can say, "Oh, it's sealed all the way around with like waterproof silicone and so forth,"
Mm,
but then there's
mm,
like wood is permeable to an extent, so the water
yeah,
seeps through it eventually, and obviously,
yeah. Uh, Another obviously sealant to stop moisture getting in, but once
mm,
moisture's in, sealing's a problem then, and condensation in the cold.
yeah.
You want things to breathe then, so it's lots of things to consider.
Mm. So, yeah, I guess let's go to topic number two. Choosing your micromobility. As I mentioned, normally I wouldn't. Hey, uh,
Yeah,
Normally, I wouldn't choose the electric skateboard for like wet riding conditions when it's just starting to spit, just wet paths. I just would not do it. But my bike was in repair and upgrade for about three
hey
months.
Craig.
So it was one of those, do I spend, £6, £15 on taxes or do I use the skateboard? But realistically, I think there are moments when you want to put the board aside for the drier weather and just use a bike. I don't know how waterproof electric unicycles are, but I do know they have tyres that probably could handle a bit of off roading.
Yeah, this is it. I think tires rather than have motors in the wet, isn't it?
Mm,
And probably the e-skate is very good for portability. That's its big selling point, I would say, on the micromobility.
mm,
The one wheels for sand, I always say. We had Jan just in the comments, big one wheel rider fan, as we know.
mhm. And this is it.
The
I mean,
EU. you see maybe for mileage, I would say they seem to have the big batteries.
Yeah. Yeah. I think like what I realised with my journey of electric skateboard,
Salut.
it was kind of like what's the right horse for the course, and I would go to my mum's old house and it had 14 steps just to the front door. Doing that with a heavy bicycle would not recommend, but the electric skateboard I could just lift it, walk up, no problem.
Beautiful.
Whereas if it's all level ground and there is somewhere to park your bike, kind of makes sense. And it's that thing, isn't it? You know, you could take your skateboard to the middle of the town, whereas if you took your bike, it could get stolen, and it's a whole
Yeah.
thing. Uh,
Yeah, I don't think anyone's found a decent way of locking up an e-skate yet, have they?
no,
Um, you know,
storage
it's
lockers for
some
parcels, not so much for electric scooters and skateboards.
for sure. So it's all things that need to be worked on, ways of disabling them, isn't it? The heavier ones, if we can stop them being ridden uh, by different means, you know, electronic keys as well as physical.
Mm,
So there's so
that's,
much more development, isn't there?
yeah,
And so much more
I,
improvements.
this is it. I mean, I think what I find so fascinating about the whole emergence of electric inline skates is of all the people that probably need brakes the most. I'd imagine people on the roller skates definitely. Um, and it's the same with skateboards. You know, I mean, I sometimes call traditional foot braking Flintstones brakes because you go through a lot of shoes. But you
Yabba dabba doo.
Indeed, yeah, but do. And the fact is that mechanical regen brakes, electric brakes, if you want to call them that, they work. And yet, for some reason, we're not allowed the legal right to use skateboards. They're electric, but skateboards
Yeah,
with Flintstone brakes, yes. You wouldn't stop a car by putting your foot on the ground outside the door.
yeah, yeah. They want you to have mechanical, don't they?
Yeah.
Bag mine. Oh, no one needs to know.
But
Yeah,
I
good
I
old
feel
Jan.
I feel kind of
You can't.
spoiled.
Yeah, you just said you can't steal what you can't see. I think the Jan was saying. Why do you feel spoiled there, James?
Well, the thing about regen brakes is electric brakes is you don't have any brake pads, and when you go back to a
Yeah,
bicycle, you've got your disposable brake pads and you've got your disc brakes and all that stuff, and all the little adjustments you need to do to get it to work. Um, the hub motor brakes are wonderful. You don't
mm,
have anything to wear away, basically, and it kind of spoilt me. And it's a shame we don't have that on more electric motorcycles.
yeah, yeah. Regen is a win-win, isn't it?
Mhm.
The powers of B seem to want to have mechanical, you know, to pass tests and what have you. I've considered this with my mountain board. You can have mechanical brakes for those, much like a bike brake. And imagine having one on the front and regen on the rear.
Mhm.
But like to do it as it is without really.
Mm. But it's just that whole thing of where's it all going? And
Mm,
speaking of topic number one, going back to that one, the future
yeah.
of e-skate hub motors. I have a few,
Okay.
but do you want to start on this one?
Well, you are the expert on this, but I will defer to you. I'm guessing power and voltage is going to be my
Hmm.
two buzzwords.
So yeah, I am often known as the hub motor purist because I was sort of mainly into hub motors for that kind of true skateboard feel. Wasn't really a fan of belt motors, snapping. I do love the idea of gear drive because we do like cogs and power. Anyhow, so hub motors. I think the way things are going, it seems like from 31 to 37 miles per hour hub motors is coming slowly. I think there's one model that claims to have the fastest one. I can't remember which one months ago, but that seems like 37 is going to become the more standard top hub motor speed. But the main thing is swapping out the metal cores for the plastic wheel core sleeves so they're easier to swap out and they don't fuse together like a lot of the older ones do.
Yeah,
But there was that trend where there was these electric, well, magnetic, almost light up hubcaps, and I hope
yeah,
eventually they will come to hub motors, not just the airless um, pneumatic wheels, so to speak, because hub motor
Was it
drivers.
Rovers? Was it the Rovers that lit that? You quite
That's the
liked them,
one.
didn't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And it makes me think that these kind of hubcap lights eventually will materialize for hub motors. But I just what worries me is the parts supply chain. I don't want to see them get more and more expensive. I want to see more brands using similar designs so the costs come down. The design I'm thinking of in particular is the kind of backfire axle less hub motors, the ones that just kind of slide
Yes,
on axle.
just came in recently. Yeah, big improvement.
A lot of the budget brands seem to be moving towards those, so that's good. And as you know, they're probably a little bit easier to maintain.
Yeah, that's good then, isn't it? To be able to work on them and swap things out,
Yeah,
because eventually these things stop working, don't they? So if you can
exactly.
whip it
Because the,
off and
the
put a
last
new one
thing,
on.
yeah, I guess the last thing you want is for it to become sort of like a rich man's toy rather than an
Mm,
affordable alternative transport
another,
to say scooter.
yeah, yeah. And I think you're right. That conformity of parts, by uniformity, I
Mhm.
think that's gonna really help with that.
Yeah. I mean, so we
That's
all
good.
know you can get a reasonable amount of speed out of the current hub motors,
Yeah,
28, 31 miles per hour, and that's fine.
yeah.
That's perfectly usable for most beginner riders.
As I always say, it's quick enough to
Yeah,
stop quickly.
definitely.
Yeah. It's always the torque, isn't it, with the hub motors, with
Mm,
the 1-to-1 ratio. So I really think high amps can help there. Um, and nothing to maintain, really, isn't it, other than
yeah,
changing the sleeves, as you say.
yeah.
That nice,
Uh,
simple option.
but on to kind of, I guess, item three. Another thing that did happen recently is they cancelled ESK8 the gathering of the electric skateboard industries for various reasons, which I probably need to look into. But it's one of those things where getting everybody to one place, it's a it's a pilgrimage in itself. Let alone trying to get people there, the organisations. It's a miracle it even happened for as long as it did.
Yeah. I think they've had 5 years so far.
Mhm.
Craig might pop up in the comments on that. And people are hoping it's just a break, a hiatus, I
Yeah,
guess, and
yeah.
hopefully back another year.
Mm. I mean,
Um,
my ambition has always been, why does it need to be one big Eastgate Con? Why can't there be small branches like a UK Eastgate Con?
yeah,
Stuff like that, but like smaller, so it's a little bit easier to manage.
yeah. I think this is it. I wonder if possibly I don't know the whole background with the running of Eastgate Con, but I think possibly a victim of its own success. It had
Mm,
grown and become bigger and bigger, and then I think the industry's had a little bit of a slowing down possibly the last year, and then maybe couldn't sustain at that level, streamlining
yeah.
going
I do.
forward.
I do like what one particular bit of an offshoot, one particular electric inline skates brand called Atmos Gear. They're doing sort of like a tour with their to promote their brand, and I can't
Yeah,
think of many electric skateboard brands doing that. Like a band tour, but it's like we're going to be here on this
yeah.
day, here on that day, just kind of giving
They,
people a chance to see
they,
them,
they,
talk about
they sadly got robbed, didn't they, quite early on in that tour? I think I
them.
remember
Yeah,
chatting with you. Yeah, which sucked.
one of the
Uh,
downsides to that journey, I think someone keeps tampering with their wheels as well, which is very strange on their car. Um, Same
oh
place.
wow, Nick, that's dangerous.
Mm.
That's
But
not
I
good.
mean,
So
just
yeah, East Hitcon very sad. Hoping it's going to come back. There's a lot of events happening in America, in North America, and Canada this year,
mm,
and also in the UK. Um, we really have got a lot of off-road events happening. Bugs boarding seems to be the centre of that universe.
mm.
We've got the event that they put on last year is in July, which is the all-terrain PEV games there.
Yeah,
So that's for all electric vehicles,
very good.
e-skate, EUC, one wheel,
Mm.
trike. If it's electric, come and have some fun. But also, there's a couple of other events happening in April. There's a one wheel event, and in May, Tramper are putting on a challenge event as well.
I
So
just
big events,
I guess
May and
I find it surreal how we've got the odd
yeah,
scattering of skateboard shops, and the
mm,
skateboard shops never really work with the electric industry as far as I can see. And
mm,
it feels like if they were to do some kind of e-skate tour, then going to the skateboard shops for like a once a day event, sheltered indoors, that kind of stuff, I think could work. Small scale.
yeah, yeah, definitely. sort of hook those up, isn't it? Oh, here we go, inertia
Oh,
doesn't
Inertian.
call.
Now that's a brand for hub motors. They
Yeah,
were
I was
one of
pretty
the
quick
best
back
at the beginning.
wrapped up. Yeah, another one that's gone sadly.
Right. So on to a bit of a strange topic. Number five. I mentioned kind of useful features, useful light features to adopt. Today, I was doing a bit of searching, obviously, because I'm getting into the electric bike that I've got now, and I was like, okay, what's the biggest battery I can get? Because most of them are like 200, 300 milliamp hours, and I found out you can get these all-in-one integrated tail lights, which are rechargeable. They have 2,000 milliamp hours, and they have built-in brake light gyroscopic function. So when you decelerate, it lights up. It has indicators built into it. It has a horn built into it. It has even a disc lock motion alarm built into it, and all that for at 150 lumens, not the brightest, but bike light, and all that for £30, which is incredible. And then you look at the wired-in electric bike harnesses and all those lights, and they cost about £60. And it just makes
Mm.
me think we can fit all this technology into one little bike light, and
Yeah,
surely we could do the same with skateboards or remotes and so forth.
yeah. They fit a lot into that one, haven't they?
Mm,
That motion bit was interesting, wasn't it? Wasn't it an alarm if it moved, I think, wasn't it? So you could
that's
sort of
right.
set a motion alarm, yeah.
Yeah, PidZoom did a similar thing with their kind of wireless hand buzzer alarm.
Ah,
Which is pretty good.
yes.
But I just find it interesting. It's like, oh, not all electric bikes have alarms, but the fact they can put that into a bike light that also has indicators and also has a horn,
Mm,
but there's such a
mm.
small price. That's quite impressive, really.
Yeah, I guess holding that remote control, you could pack a few more features in it, isn't it? You said you
Mhm.
played around with having lights on them, haven't you? And
I mean, I was telling
so I
someone
got.
how like now we've got indicators on electric skateboards where the lights that are
Mm.
around it work as indicators, which is a cool feature.
Yeah,
And it kind of
yeah.
makes you wonder what features do we need, don't we need, what would come next. Obviously, we talked about the drone feature. We'd love to be able to fly over
Oh,
puddles.
yeah. Yeah, that'd be fab. I think brake lights and indicators are going to be useful safety features, aren't they? And regulatory as well. So we're going to
Definitely.
need more of that. Where's it all going to end, James? We can't even imagine, can we? We're just at the beginning.
I do love the idea of like when people combine things that shouldn't quite work but do work, such as like a
Mm.
cargo drone onto a skateboard that's electric. Well, that'd be a fun one to see. So any
Oh,
YouTubers
amazing.
building projects make that happen. Um,
Yeah, I've seen some just with the helmet. They've put a little platform on the helmet and the drone lands on the rider that way, you know?
You see, that's what we need. We need like some kind of skateboard helmet, motorcycle helmet for electric skateboard riders that just like flies and just puts itself on fire while you're putting your gloves on, Iron Man style.
I've got this image. I'm on a group ride and sort of on the intercoms chatting with my friends. Gonna have to deploy the drones, you know, the
Mhm.
drones taken off from the helmets.
I just find it incredible how now we've got phone-sized drones that can follow you on your electric
Yeah, this
skateboard.
is it. These are the ones, and maybe we could send them off scouting, you know, to check the routes of if you were going somewhere that was a bit off the beaten track, sort of get visual on what it's looking like.
It's incredible how kind of
Yeah.
portable filming technology has improved, and for such a
Mm.
small price as well. This stuff used to cost thousands, hundreds, and hundreds, and now it's less than £100. It's incredible, really.
Yeah, it is just these little phones that we all use, isn't it? I'm talking to you on my phone here, and it does so much.
Okay, so I guess one of the last conversation topics is number four, the current landscape for e-skate and kind of where we're at. And I always wonder about this because it's like, okay, so obviously there's trade tariffs going up and costs are going up and all that. And it just, I fear that electric skateboarding, it used to be somewhat affordable and it's slowly becoming more expensive. And I've seen it in the motorcycle industry, it's all the bikes, every possible motorcycle is expensive unless you're buying some really old one and know how to fix it.
Mm.
I mean, even bicycle shops, the idea of an affordable bike for 100, 200, 300 pounds. No, they just want to sell you one that's 500, 1,000, 2,000. I don't know. It's like we should be moving towards affordable models.
Hey, got to stop there. We got Minty in the comments.
I like that. Drones, heads up display for incoming cars and stuff. I like that.
What's on in the corner?
Like a
Whoop
daisy
whoop. This
chain,
is
what would you call them again in like,
they do daisy chain, don't they, with the comms we use in our helmets?
yeah, I
Um,
think there's a term for it with like sharks and fish, where there's like the ones that kind of float alongside, um,
I got you.
something like that, but with drones. That's a cool idea. I like that.
Yeah. We'll have to make that happen, Minty, when we next ride together. That'd be fun.
But yeah, it's just I kind of get concerned that electric skateboard is gradually becoming too expensive for people to get into it. Kind of like how the motorcycle industry is £1,000 just for 1 year of insurance, and then people say back in the day, insurance was affordable, and now it ain't.
No, no. Now's a good time to pick up used skateboards, I would say. I'm always keeping an eye on the market. I've seen some very reasonable ones. Obviously, there's always that risk when you're buying used electrical. It's good if you know the owner and trust the previous owner.
Mm. Oh, I like that. A drone camera with
Uh,
a heads-up
Smart
display
glass.
glasses.
Yeah. Wow, we're going to be in that game, aren't we? We're going to be in the Matrix
God,
whilst
could
playing the
you imagine it?
Matrix.
Like, what was it? Augmented reality goggles. There is a police
Yeah.
car in 20 yards. Turn left.
Whoop, whoop. Sound of it.
That'd be fun.
Oh,
Oh, there is a car crash to your left. Go right.
oh, there we go, Minty. Thank you. You have a May weekend. Well, there's two big things happening in May, as I was saying earlier. So the middle of May at Bugs Boarding, Tramp are doing a big weekend,
Mm,
which is mountain boarding, trikes and one wheels, which Jan will be interested in. There's a one wheel event happening,
mm.
and then the following week is the big Wales and sort of Southwest weekend,
That sounds
where
good.
we do 8 rides in 4 days, totally free, just like-minded,
Yeah.
fun PV riders. You came and rode with us just afterwards, I think, the year before last, yourself and Minty. And
Mm.
we did one or two of the rides, and it's just nice to meet up with like-minded people, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess what I mean is by affordable. Electric
Mm-hmm.
skateboards, from what I've seen, they used to cost 250, 300s, and then it became 400, four hundred and
Mm-hmm.
fifty upwards. And that's £50, £150 isn't a lot for some people, but it is for others. And it's just that kind of, for me, 300 felt like a good starting point for to compete with e-scooters, which they
Yeah,
can get from
yeah,
like 50 quid, 100 quid less. And it's that whole thing of, do electric skateboards have to be more expensive than e-scooters, considering this that they're a
with
smaller
less.
vehicle?
Yeah, you got to look at the battery cells, how many cells are into them, and then the rolling structure.
Mm-hmm.
Because generally, it's the batteries is the main cost, isn't it, on
Yeah,
all of these vehicles?
I just
Which again, it's that back to that swappable battery thing we spoke about before. You swap your battery between your scooter,
mhm,
if you must ride one, your e-skate,
yeah.
your one wheel, or
I think
anything else that's
it
cool.
just it seems like let's say you're in the US. It seems like if you were local, the prices of electric skateboards are affordable. But say you want to ship it to the UK, then it's like an extra 50, extra £100, and
Yeah,
it's like at that point you think, oh, am I so sure?
I have noticed that, James. I do look on the by importing sometimes. You see these good deals. In the UK, we do seem to be being penalised
Yeah.
since yeah since our
It's
imports
why
and
it's why
duties.
most of my electric skateboards are 3 to 7 years old. I run them to the
Mm-hmm.
ground, and then I
Yeah,
hope they become affordable by then, or I get them secondhand.
I saw a nice second-hand wave. I think it was for £200 recently, and that's the one I was thinking of when
Hmm.
I say
I'm
a good
curious
deal.
about the revised version of that.
Mm,
There's a Wave 2
very
coming
cool.
soon from X-Way, which has integrated lights. I heard
Cool.
it seems they've changed the swappable battery system, so it now has a
Okay.
button release. So that's good.
Okay. Yeah, some people do have problems with these releases. They can get a bit janky, can't they?
Hmm, hmm.
I've been using the Omni Skate one myself for almost 2 years now.
Yeah.
It's a DIY one, very much like a camera sort of clip, and been putting it through its paces off road. And touch wood, it's held firm so far,
Yeah.
carrying quite a heavy battery, so that's always good.
Hmm. But that's kind of where I'm at with it. I want to keep electric skateboarding affordable, and I know there's all this stuff about profit, but if people can't afford your
Yeah,
skateboards, then the industry is going to slowly die, and brands are going to go out of business.
I think we could do better. We could help as a community passing sort of good boards on to
Mm,
people at reasonable prices. I think the new price is going to be the manufacturers,
yeah.
whether people can afford it, as you're saying, isn't it?
Mm. I mean, it's a
But
shame, really,
then,
because you go on eBay and there are plenty of second-hand electric skateboards.
yeah,
Doesn't guarantee they'll work.
that's what I'm getting at. I
Mm.
think
And
it's knowing the owner, isn't it? The previous owner.
yeah, it's like there's no kind of centralized location of second-hand electric scooters, electric skateboards. I mean, cash converters, but people that know how to fix them and check them and make sure they're working. Kind of like how you have bike workshops.
Kind of like what? Sorry, James.
Kind of like how you have bike workshops where they have
Oh
old
yes,
bikes,
yeah,
new bikes, and it doesn't take much to keep them going again. And it's like having a dedicated place for e-scooters, electric skateboards, electric bikes. It just doesn't exist yet, and it should really.
I dream of the day where we can go to Halfords to drop our e-skates off and go back in the afternoon, and they've been lovingly looked after.
Yeah, yeah, no, never mind buying new electric skateboards. Where's our service centres?
That's it. Just drop them off. Maybe eat some donuts and coffee while it's being worked on, and ride off and just probably test another board whilst it's being worked on, and then yeah, ride home afterwards.
I mean, it's one of those things that I think like sometimes you really just have to be a really stubborn person to stick with electric skateboards on bumpy paths and constant stop
Yeah,
starting. But there's those moments when it just works and it feels great, and that's the thing. It's like trying to find the right moment for that. Um, but it's the same with bikes. They're oversized, and if you break down, there's no bike rack on a taxi like in some other countries. So you just have to
yeah,
walk that heavy thing home, and it's just not fun. But with a scooter, with a skateboard, put it in a taxi,
yeah.
get home, then figure it
That's a
out.
lot. That's a lot of people's answer, isn't it? To
Mm,
DIY on the road, call an Uber and
yeah.
carry it home.
Mm. So maybe that's kind of the landscape for the future. Actual taxis that kind of have some kind of storage box for electric skateboards, electric scooters. Because
Yeah,
I think like my go-to is like a Toyota Prius. Now they have a big boot.
yeah, yeah. I think I'm pretty sure it was BMW early on with their electric vehicles. They had a compartment, I think, to stow away their electric skateboard with the weird trucks. I think
Yeah,
that's a distant memory. So the idea then, you would park up in the last couple of miles, you would ride on this little vehicle.
because
But I think the most recent idea is they're going to drop you off and drive themselves to park
yeah,
these vehicles.
I find it so frustrating that like in other countries they do have bicycle carriers on taxis by law, and we don't have that. And if
Ah,
they
yeah.
did, it would make things so.
Trains just for regular push bike is a nightmare, isn't it? Let alone
Mm,
anything
yeah.
micro mobility.
But it's there's all this stuff about what do we want from the future of electric vehicles, the future of cars, the future of motorcycles, and it just feels like the thing most people want in a car is a big ass boot.
Or
I
you
never,
can
never mind
carry with
can it
you.
fit an electric skateboard. Can that fit a tramper? Can that fit a propel?
It always used to be the golf clubs, didn't it, for the executives? But yeah, yeah, I hear you. A big board.
It's like, can I fit a go kart in that? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Now you're talking seat and trikes. My friends have got these big vehicles now, like trikes and
Oh.
such like. Oh, here we go. The one wheels are very portable. Yeah, and you're right. It's one of the smaller ones. I think the one wheel and the e-skate, uh, quite portable vehicles.
Well, unless there's kind of any other conversation topics that come to mind, I think that's kind of the end of this live stream.
Yeah, unless anyone in the comments pops anything up. I just want to say again, my prediction for the UK is it's the year of the one wheel and bugs boarding. Get yourself to
Ah,
Gloucester. April, May, July, and possibly a secret event in September.
it
You heard it
definitely
here
seems
first.
it definitely seems like the year of these gyroscopic wheelie bikes. Press the button,
Oh,
instant wheelie.
yeah, that's it. The purists aren't happy with those, though, isn't it? It's cheating, I'm told. But
I just
looks
what I
like
find so funny is like it's only a matter of time. You know, it's only a matter of time until those gyroscopic wheelie buttons end up on motorcycles, electric motorcycles, full
yeah,
sized ones,
yeah,
not mini bikes,
yeah.
full sized ones.
I'm pretty sure the Surons and such like have already. It's possible
Oh,
to do
no.
it. Yeah, yeah,
But,
yeah. Or one of these types of
oh, if only.
remotes with
If only there were
horns.
horns and remotes for electric skateboards.
Oh, here we go. Banned on trains. So we need this change, don't we?
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see how long it'll be until we get these e-scooter hire schemes here in Leeds. Apparently, it's
Mm.
happening this year, but I've seen nothing concrete. But you know how it is; they'll just sneak it out before anyone like complains.
They do it over cover of darkness. I don't see much good come from the higher schemes, from what I've
Mm.
seen. Sadly, we've
On the
had
plus
enough.
side,
We've had
they've got the
enough
stats.
trials. Just yeah, they've got the stats. Let's get on with it.
Yeah, they can't say was it miles per injury or something like that that it isn't safer, or no less dangerous than say on bicycles, so to speak. But it's
Mm.
that whole thing of they want evidence and they've got years and years of it to say e-scooters are fine.
Most of the other countries of the world now, haven't they, further along than the UK. It's a shame.
Yeah, it is. But sometimes things surprise us. The features we didn't realize we wanted show up. I mean,
Yeah.
having electric skateboard remotes that look like smartwatches or fancy
Mm.
Rolexes. Now that's the
Yeah,
boom.
and the ring one, was it JK with the ring?
Oh yeah, JK with the integrated battery trucks.
Yeah, yeah. If we eventually get the battery cell technology, that's the thing that's holding us back. But that truck design then will come, because it was the capacity, I think, with those.
It was definitely an innovative design for stealth.
Mm. Oh, here we go, Jan. This is what I'm saying to our friend James.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, it's a fair point. I mean, when there are higher schemes, there's obviously more scrutiny, and it's that thing of are they going after independent e-scooter drivers because it's easy targeting, or are they going after them because they're blazing through red lights at faster speeds than they ought to? It's that whole drive
Yeah,
responsibility.
yeah, yeah. Definitely, the riders have got to be responsible for sure.
Mm. But I'm very much looking forward to seeing what this year holds, and
Mm.
hopefully I don't kill any more skateboards.
No, no.
Three's enough.
Enough,
Three's enough.
enough have suffered.
Yeah.
Onwards and upwards now, isn't it?
Indeed. And on that note, I guess that's the end of this live stream.
Lovely chatting to you, James. Thanks for everyone in the comments. And we'll all be back here again soon, I'm sure.